Hey everyone, and welcome. This is Good Knit Kisses, where we help you stitch your love and love your stitches. And I'm your host, Kristen. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here today. Welcome back to a new week of GKK Live. And we are on here every Monday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, currently on Facebook right now. And I have been off on vacation. So in this episode, you're going to see a few people asking me, how was that vacation? It was great. The kids were on spring break. And so we are back. We are, did I say 8 a.m. Central Standard Time? 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Wow. See, I have been on vacation. I'm not even remembering. So I hope you are doing well today. Be sure and jump on and tell me hello, because I missed you all. I start recognizing your names after a while. And of course, I love to see what countries you're from and states and the state of your affairs, all those things. So hi, good morning, Kristen. I see you popping on. Hey, Susan and Sarah. Hey, Alicia and Lexi. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Sarah. Did I say Sarah? Yes, I did. Hey, Joanne. Joanne's on. Hello in Michigan. Hi, Allison. Excuse me. It's a coffee moment. Do you all have spring break going on? We just had ours. It always falls during the week where we have St. Patrick's Day, which happens to be my parents' anniversary. So theirs was this past Saturday. So we're like rarely around. So I'm gonna have to plan in advance when they have a big major one that we have to like not go for the kids. Good morning. Hi, Erica. Hey, Brenda. Joanne says, good morning, all. If you don't know Joanne, she is with Good Knit Kisses, and she does all the wonderful, she is your resident knitting fairy, I'm sorry, math fairy and knitting fairy. She's your loom knitting fairy for sure. Hey, April and Charlotte. Your brother's birthday, St. Patrick's Day, Kristen. Cool. Yeah, and I always forget to wear green, and we all didn't have green on the way. It was in the drive back in the car. My kids wanted to keep doing the pinch thing, and I'm like, you guys aren't wearing it either. Like, stop. You're just going to be doing that all day long. Hey, Melissa. Oh, you had a hot night here in Australia. Oh, girl, it's going to be hot here in the summer because I'm in Texas. August is pretty hot for us. Well, July and August are the hottest, but yeah, I had 3 August babies during all that crazy heat. It was like 115 degrees one day. So, but it is, let me see, I got my watch to now tell me what degree it is. 58 right now. So, I'm enjoying the weather. Hey, Erica. Let's see. Wanda, good morning. Hope you had a nice time away with family. Did you go somewhere nice to yarn shops? Okay, here's the deal. Okay, so we went to Tennessee, Gatlinburg. I'm just going to start hopping on in here. We went to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge and all that kind of stuff. No, I didn't go to Dollywood. Sorry, I saw something. I'm like, oh, I gotta fix that. No, we went there and they did not have any yarn shops that I could see. There were some that were in another town over, and then one that was recommended to me that was like 3 hours away. And so by the time we finished, my family we just didn't go. So I'm disappointed. But we went to this one place that I love. We hadn't been in 20 years, called Mr. Tablecloth. That sounds funny, but they have like a ton of other things. And got a quilt there, and for my son, his first quilt, got for his bed, and I got some other stuff, and it was cool. So we got to go there, and I had asked her if she knew of any local yarn shops, and got to meet the owner. And so she was touched that we came back, because her and her husband started it right after their 25th wedding anniversary, and we had gotten there, I guess, a few years after that, and her husband had just recently passed, and they've been married 52 years, so that was pretty awesome. But she had recommended, sorry, I'm squirrel. She had recommended a couple of yarn shops just like by word of mouth. She had no idea about them. And then my family was like, let's go here and here and here, and we didn't get out of town till late, and it would have got there late. So we didn't go to any of them, which I was very disappointed. So, but we had 11 people in our group, and what are you going to do? So, oh, Melissa, it's midnight right now. Ooh, would you stay up for me? You're so sweet. I stay up for midnight all the time, mostly me and my hubby. So that's our thing, and we like to, that's when I start working on all my stuff. Yeah, Joanne, she puts on her little glasses. GKK resident math nerd. Oh my gosh. Good morning, Charlotte. Hey, April. I think I missed a few people. Okay. Laura, good morning. Hey. All right, so let's get started. So today I'm just going to show you some things I've been working on, some things that are happening. First of all, the 10 stitch. Did you guys get to see the 10 stitch video? We talked about it a couple weeks ago. I was saying it was going to come out. So that happened on Friday, and we made it a right-handed video and a left-handed video. So even if you're not left-handed, be sure and share that and pass that on with lefties that you know. And in fact, like, some people like to do certain things left-handed. So, they might like it different. I don't know. So try that out. I know the 10 stitch, when I first was, putting it on the loom, because of the way that the first directions were, like years and years ago, I think I even was doing it opposite when I was reading Charity's pattern, and she was at my house. Like, she goes, here, read this pattern and see, it's Frankie's pattern, but Charity had originally converted it to loom. And I think I even put it on the loom and worked it opposite the way she had. And so I get that a lot of people used to get hung up on the 10 stitch. But Joanne and I helped redefine it. It was really mainly Joanne. She redefined it and re-envisioned how to do it. I did have someone ask me, why do you have 3 wraps? I haven't got to that question on Facebook, on YouTube, but it popped up in my thing on vacation. I haven't got to answer it yet. I'm on a notification, but was asking, why do you have 3 wraps? So instead of 2 wraps. So when you start making the corners on the 10 stitch, the wrapping stuff on the way back to finish the corner, so like the 2 wraps gets you halfway, and then to get the turn you have to start using 3 wraps. And so it's all in the video. You don't have to do any lifting of the stitches and knitting over that way. You just wrap it on top, or you can do the German short row. So I would just want to know, a show of hands, who watched the video and stayed to the end and watched German short rows, and what did you think about it? So right on there, saw the Germans, write German on there, and tell me if you saw German short rows, and tell me if you liked it, put a little heart or something. Yeah, so Kristen says, I'm so excited, my best friend is left-handed and wants to learn. I'll have to show him. Oh, your boyfriend, not your best friend. Well, he's probably your best friend. I would hope he is. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Lisa. How are you? Oh, Joanne's got the link to the 10 stitch in the comments down below. Lexi, you're a lefty? Awesome. There's like all these nicknames for lefties, and I couldn't even think of them when I was doing it. So how I did the left-handed video, just so you know, I basically take my video and flip it. And so hopefully nothing else got messed up in the flipping, but yeah, I have to flip certain sections of it because I'm not left-handed. So if you look at my left-handed videos, you'll just see that my wedding ring is on the other hand. Angel, you're a lefty too? Oh, by the way, Bethany Daly is a lefty, and she's getting it pegged. So if you want more lefty videos, go check out Getting It Pegged. And she is a great resource for you. And let's see. Hey, Lisa, I see you. Alicia says, I didn't watch the video. I have trouble with the corner on knitting. Yeah, check it out. Watch it, rewatch it, whatever you need to do. Hey, Christy, I see you hopping on. She is our resident sales girl. She finds all the sales. She is really good at getting pattern deals. Kristen, you're a lefty too? Awesome. Yeah, Getting It Pegged. Yeah, Angel. That's it. She, yeah, Bethany is a lefty. So did anybody watch the German short rows? don't see any comments on it yet. Okay, go back. I'm going to challenge you. Go back and watch the video. And pause and rewind or fast forward. And also click on the description in the videos, because down below are timestamps, and you can see where to jump to for trouble spots. If you're like, oh, I need to see how to do the corner again, I need a reminder. So if you ever you want to bookmark and save or subscribe to that that playlist, just open up the description and click on the timestamp to jump to it, or just fast forward to that part. Angel says, I haven't finished yet, or I haven't yet, just finished another stadium hat and made a messy bun version. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that was one of my next steps. I was going to say, we should do a messy bun version, but I mean, really, you're just not completing a hat. It's cool. Yeah, that would be perfect for a stadium hat. Yeah, I have messy bun or a ponytail just sticking out the top. So, yeah, you just position your ponytail in the right spot and... yeah, Joanne, you will watch the German short rows, but already know you're a huge fan of the method. Yeah. Whoa, I just hit the thing. Hey, Kissy, good morning. Yeah, so Brenda Myers, I think it was Brenda Myers, originally did the did German short rows on the loom. So thank you to Brenda for innovating that. And then Catherine Dubberly, the answer lady, I believe has some videos on that. I think Joanne said she had some. Is it on the Kiss loom or is it on other looms as well? I know she does a lot of Kiss looms. So if you're a Kiss looms fan, go check that out. Hey, Brandy, my friend Brandy, how are you, girl? Missed you. I hope you're doing well. I was thinking about you on Thursday. Love you. Hey, Lexi. Okay, so she says, I didn't watch the German short rows part. I already saw the answer lady knits demonstrated. Okay, perfect. Well, just because it's the short row, like coming back and returning for that return corner, I don't know if she's demonstrated that with the 3 wraps on it. So you might want to check that out if you want to try it that way. I really like how it makes the corner lay down a little bit. Yeah, so you might check that out. How does a German short rows get its name? From the French? I don't know. I'm pretty sure someone who is German originally came up with it and then they just nicknamed it that. I don't know. Maybe that's how in Germany they do their short rows. I don't know the history on all that. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much, Cassid. Okay. Susan says, started watching, but sidetrack, got finished some elephant pillows for upcoming birthdays. Oh, are you making elephants in the room? That's fun. I like that. Don't forget the trunk. So what I'm working on, okay, so basically here's the thing that she wrote. This is the 10 stitch blanket on the blog. I don't even want to show y'all. You don't need to be shown. This is the blog. Go to the blog for the 10 stitch. So that's what's happening now. If you want to know the math on how many rounds to do, I'm going to hold this 10 stitch up here. There is a calculator on how many rounds. If you're counting rounds, you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, Joanne, is it counting out here? Anyway, you've got all these rounds. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So this has 4 rounds. So don't count across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Anyway, that's on the calculator. You don't even know what I'm talking about until you go to the page for the calculator. But basically, Joanna's made a 10 stitch calculator. If you're trying to figure out how many rounds you do to get it to a certain width, then it will tell you. So you put in your swatch math, which involves this little square here in the middle. Well, this one's right here. This square. This is the square. And then it tells you how many rounds you're going to do to get to the right width. So I think it's like not including the square in the middle. And then it comes out and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that's how many rounds you do, or 8, to get it to that certain width. So, yeah, thanks for that link, Joe. Hey, Heather, I see you jumping on. And then we have the Answer Lady Knits videos links on here too. Cassie says, got idea for wedding gift for a family member. A wedding gift for a family member. Well, I've seen people make wedding shawls, and the wedding shawls, a lot of times are used in the wedding. The other thing is making a blanket for them and their colors, like an Afghan or throw. I like the idea of making someone an Afghan, blanket to put in their, in their house that has their wedding colors in it. Just because, and whether or not that their decor is like that, I think it's nice, especially like once you get the invitation, the indication is usually indicative of like showing what the colors are going to be. It's like a precursor to the wedding, usually, unless it's just white. But there's a lot of times people put in like in the color of their ink or whatever the paper is, or you could just ask them. But that's a really great idea. You could do a wedding shawl as more of a bridal gift kind of thing. So if you are invited to like a bridesmaid, sometimes bridesmaids throw showers that are just supposed to be like lingerie parties or something, and you don't want to do that, you could do a really pretty lacy shawl, which could be used for a night out on the town, or something like that. So if you're going to something like that, that would be something for your daughters. Oh yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, a wedding shawl. Melissa, she's making. See, I'm talking about it, and she's already written it. There's Google that. There might be some on Ravelry. You might look on the Ravelry boards for that. Hey Robin, good morning. Hey Jackie in Colorado, how are you? Robin, I miss you. Haven't seen you in a while, girl. Hey Angie. That's all right, Elizabeth. I'm glad you're here. Hello. Tabani, greetings in Italy. Hello. Tabani. Did I say that right? Tabani. I'm trying to read a blanket with their wedding date. Oh, Kristen, that's a great idea too. Yeah, and you could like second stitch that on there in like a lower corner if you don't want it really prominent. That's another way to do it. Okay, do y'all want to see what I'm working on right now? I could show you the crochet thing that my daughter's working on real quick, or I could show you the knit project that I'm working on. Okay, right. C or K. If you want crochet, write C. If you want knit, write K. If you're watching the replay, thank you for joining. I'm sorry, I didn't even say anything about this earlier. Of course, it won't be live, but you're welcome to write your responses in and tell me where you're from and all that stuff. And of course, I won't be able to answer your question live, but you're always welcome to join me live. And anyway, so I'm so glad you're on here. And yes, it starts on Facebook, and I do say Facebook. And I do say YouTube. At some point, I will get on both of them at the same time, or so if, like, figure out how to do that. It's really hard because I like to flip my camera and show it here, and I can't really do all the recommended things from a desktop in order to show you stuff with my hands here. So I'm trying to figure the logistics out. But yeah, anyway, ooh, I'm getting a lot of crochet asking for. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go back now. Now that I've given people a chance to answer. Okay, I think I'm going to show you crochet first. It looks like crochet won today. Sweet. Oh, sorry, I didn't bump the thing. Everybody's like, both. All right, well, I have to show you one first. I can't show you both at the same time. All right, I will give you a teaser of the knit just laying here. I'll have it kind of out in the shot. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. Okay, I'm getting it ready. So if you don't crochet, I'm going to show you a single crochet and a double while I'm in here. Let me get it all ready. Working on the baby. This is not a good shot. I'm going to show you with my hands. Hold on. Let me fix it. Love seeing what kids make. Yeah, she's making my Marshmallow crochet baby blanket, which is on the blog. If you're looking for an easy crochet baby blanket that you can like remember and just do over and over again. It's like one of those no-brainer ones once you get started. So All right, cool. I'm going to flip this camera and get my lighting adjusted and, whoops, sorry, adjusting other things. All right, ready? Let's flip it. Okay, let me get my lighting on. And let me adjust my camera here. I'm glad you guys are here today. Thanks for joining me. If this is your first time and you want to catch all the broadcasts from the very beginning, you can go over to Good Knit Kisses YouTube channel for GKK TV, which is youtube.com/GKK TV. Here's a little teaser of what the knit thing is. So we'll see this in a moment. And then I'm on the 10 stitch because my my table behind this is the same color and you wouldn't be able to see it. So that's why there's a whole lot of color on your screen right now. You know what? I cannot see. My light is flashing in my camera here. So hold on. Let me I got to get this down to where I can see in my viewfinder here the comments, or else I'm not going to be able to respond. Okay. Hey, Sherry in Florida. Welcome. Oh, and there is the link for the 10 stitch. The Marshmallow Crochet Baby Blanket. Thank you, Joanne, for that. Okay, so this is the Marshmallow Crochet Baby Blanket. This is the chain edge here. The foundation row is just a chain. It's a 3+2. So your multiple is 3s, and then add on 2 more. And then you start this. Row 1, just to get the foundation, is the only thing that's different. And then once you get started, row 2 is where I am. And row 2 is just a simple crocheting 3 stitches into 1 stitch here. Okay, this little hole here. So this is Bernat Baby Blanket, and it's really thick. Like that's how thick it is. And so there's this little chain here, right here at the end. So you go inside this stitch here, right underneath this chain. It's the stitch, not the hole. So you're going into this stitch here. So we're going to do a single crochet. Let me get that out of the way because it's like more confusing. So this is crochet, and I hold mine like a knife, not a pencil. I don't do the whole pencil thing. That kind of cramps my hand up. So a single crochet, all you do is you're going to go into the hole and then grab your yarn and pull it through and pull it up, and you have 2. And then you're going to yarn over and pull through both of them. And so you've just gone in the hole and done 1 single crochet, and then you're going to do 2 double. So you yarn over and you go back in that same hole here, come through and grab your yarn, and now you have 3. 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 on the hook. We're going to yarn over and we're going to pull through 2 of the loops, pull up when you have 2, yarn over and pull through 2 again. And so that is a double. So it's a single, double, and 1 more double. So I'm going to go back into that same hole, yarn over, go through the hole, yarn over and grab that there, pull up. I have 3, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And so there is my stitch. It's a single, double, double, and then we skip over and we single, and then yarn over, and then do double, and then a double. Like that. So that's how that goes. Sorry, I got my yarns all caught on my equipment over here. So that's how it goes. You just go across, single, double, double, single, double, double. And this foundation was a little bit tight on hers. But yeah, so you just go across, and then when you turn at the end, you just single crochet in the very end, and then chain up 2 and turn, and then start it over with, you'd start with 2 double crochets right there where that chain acts as your single and then you do double, double, and then start it again. That's really it. But the pattern and telling you how to start the foundation is at that link that is down in the description. So that is that. And then after you do about 3 rounds or 3 rows of this, you can change the color every 3 rows and do like a banded look, or you can just do it all the same. Using a variegated yarn in this will get you there. I gotta rip hers out because this is like angled. She didn't. This is how I ripped this back. But like when she was starting her row, she kind of went over a little far, so we're just gonna pull that out. I'll help her fix it. So let me show you how to end the row here. She doesn't know I'm fixing it. All right. Here we go. So she's in at the end of that. We're going to single. I think she's missing a double crochet. I'll have to go back. And then we'll do double. Oh, this is in the hole. Hang on. Sorry. This is live. All right. It's right here. I think she's just stretched it out. That's all it is. She stretched out the stitch a little bit. Let me see if I can get that stitch unstretched for her. There we go. It was just stretched. All right, we're going to single in here and then double. And double. And then we're going to single right in the end here. Okay, so we do the single, and then that's going to make it straighter. And then we're going to 1, 2, chain up and turn. And then we're going to double into this first stitch here. And double. And then we come over here and do a single. And then I'm going to show you all the knitting. And then double. And double. That's it. And so it's more of a squared off edge, and then this will come up like that. So I just was fixing that a little bit. So, all right. So I'm going to put her work aside. Everybody voted on crochet. If you're just coming in, everybody voted on showing some crochet first. So I'm moving all this stuff around. Okay. Let me move the 10 stitch. And let's see. Now you can see why I didn't want to show her work on there, because it was like, yeah, that matches too much. So this is what I'm working on. This is for the, wow, I got like this hair on here and I got to, there it goes. Okay, this is what I'm working on for a DFW designers collection. And there's this whole collection of patterns that you get like 1 a month to work on. And they're mostly needle. And last year I was part of it as well. And my pattern had a loom version and a needle version in it. So this is the pattern. And of course, I haven't woven in my beginning tail yet, but this is what it looks like. It's a stockinette front, so the back looks like that. And this is actually going to be a cowl. What do y'all think of this? So this is worked on this very it's like a knit tube, so it's a very soft yarn. It's not stiff, so it's not going to hold up itself very well, but it's going to be incredibly soft. And so what I want to do to get this, I'm going to let you kind of peek into my brain while I'm designing this pattern. I'm designing it as I go. I mean, I had this envision in my head, but I got to execute it, right? So yeah, I'd love to make a loom version of it. Someone said something about loom version. I'm not sure if you're talking about this or not. But but yeah, I would like to make a loom version. I have not tested it yet. But yeah, so this is the thing. Now here's something interesting. Watch this. This is the 2-row repeat. Look at this. This part, from here to here is 2 rows. You'd have to stay tuned to know how come it's 2 rows. But anyway, so what I'm thinking of is actually there's 39 stitches on here, and I'm thinking of knitting. See how you can see how these are like little bitty short panels here. See how that is? I'm thinking of knitting 3 together across, and then what I'd like to do is so say these are knit 3 together. I'm either going to see if I can do a 3 needle bind off, which I think will leave a ridge, or I will sew it. So this will happen here, and then I will see that cast on edge, and I can use this tail and sew it along this edge here, leaving my cast on exposed and this hanging down. And so this would become like this. Okay. It would come along this side here. Okay. And then when it's laying on you, this would be draped on your shoulder. Okay. And showing the open weave. And then this part will be the cowl neck. Okay. And then this will be laying up against your chin and hanging off the front and opening this really pretty open weave on this side. And it'll be a little bit more bunched up and pillowy like this. And this is called the rolling waves cowl. And see how it'll look kind of like these little rolling waves. What do you guys think? So it'll end up looking like, I'm trying to be very careful because I got my ring on. I don't want to like pull it too much. But basically it would do this. I don't have enough footage here to show you. It's a little short. It's not the length I want it just yet. But basically it will look like that. Let me see if I can back off the camera. Let me lengthen. Let me get my camera upward a little bit so you guys can see it. What do you think of that? So the design will be that these will get a little bit squished together here. They'll be knit 3 together, so not 39, and like that. Love it? Definitely want a loom version is what people are wanting. Yeah, it really shows off the technique. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys like that. Just flipping through some of the the questions. Robin's like, what? 2 rows? Robin, you want to test for me? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Thank you so much. You're the Philippines. Teresa, I would love to hear more from you about what it's like looming and knitting and stuff in the Philippines. That would be really interesting to me. I've never been over in that area. But yeah, I'd love to know more. I like it. Can you show how to do on the loom? Thank you, Angie. Yes, I would like to work on that in the loom. I'm thinking that I will, sorry, I'm trying to get to all your questions. I'm thinking that this will work well on the, actually, this loom here, this yellow loom here with the 41 pegs. I almost called you Gail. Joanne, I think this is what we talked about, right? So this is 41 pegs. This is a Nifty Knitter 41 peg loom right here, this yellow. You could use the 40 peg pink one from Boy, or the Michaels equivalent or Hobby Lobby equivalent. So the extra large round loom that has at least 39 pegs. There you go. And people are always wanting more patterns for this loom, so that's good. Yeah, so this is the Boy one back here. See the pink one back here? Okay. And then there's like some other off brands and stuff. So this is just a picture of the looms that I had. This is just my my knitting guide, loom knitting guide and patterns book that I have. If you don't know what this is, that's what this book is. So that is it. Yes. What else do we want to chat about? And this yarn, if you want to know what this yarn is, I got this at a local yarn shop, you know, like a mom and pop, like small shop, not a big box store. This is Chateau from Classic Elite Yarns, and it's 70% baby alpaca, 30% bamboo viscose. Wow. Let's get some coffee. As you can see, I bought it for $12 skein. So this is costing me $24 for this really beautiful thing here, because this is my second ball. I believe that 2 balls is going to get me there. It better, because all I have are these 2 balls. For the loom version, I'm thinking I'm going to do these 2 colors for the loom. What do you think? This green, because I happen to have 2 of this green. So if you want the blue color, it is $14.09. Well, that's my dye lot, but this color for the blue is $14.09. Let's see. Oh, this is some notes on grams without the label. It weighed a certain weighing. It's a hand wash, dry, flat. So hand wash and cold, dry, flat. That is it on that. This is the barcode if you need it. 97, 20, 32, 49. So that's that. And then I did use 2 balls. This is what it looks like. The put up is like this. So you would need it wound at your local yarn shop, or use a Swift and then a ball winder to get it into a ball put up like this, so you can pull from it. I pull from the outside on here just because it's easier. What else? Or no, I did pull from the inside. Yeah, I did pull from the inside. I wouldn't work with rings. I had my ring kind of pulled this a little bit too much. You can wear it with rings, but you might want to take your ring off when working with it if you have one like this one that kind of catches. So let's see, do we have any questions on here? You like the movement and the pattern, Joe? I wish I could get the circular needles. You can test the loom version, Robin says, so let me know if you do the conversion. Yeah, definitely. I think the loom version is going to be way easier than the knit version, just because you won't have to purl on the loom version. So that'll be cool. It will still be worked in a flat panel. That is for sure. You might, anyway, we'll work out all the tips and stuff. I'm like, I want to jump ahead and start teaching it. But I'm like, no, I can't do that. I don't want to do that just yet. Because that would be, yeah, I can't give you all my tips and stuff on it, truly. But yeah, this is what it looks like. If you're just joining us, this is going to become a cowl. We're calling it the Rolling Waves cowl. And it's going to be bunched up on one side and then open here. And then this is going to be joining on the side here. These will be knit 3 together. And then I'm going to attach these. I'm trying to figure out if I want a ridge showing or not, like if I want to do a 3 needle bind off or not. I might go ahead and do a seam here just because it's going to be at a shoulder. And yeah, what do you think about that? I'm still thinking. I'm like, what do I want to do? I'm still designing, y'all. I told you, we're walking in my brain. And so this is going to hang off the shoulder here. This is just going to be showing on your, you know, like your collarbone will be here. And then this will be like displayed like that. Anyway. All right. So, oh, you mean you just can't use them, Laura? Lori, why did I say Laura? I'm sorry. Yeah, no, Robin, the 41 peg isn't too large of a gauge. In fact, so this one is, these needles here are a US 15 and they're 10 millimeter. And the equivalent, let's just look in the book here. So the 15, oh my gosh, I have like wool on my eye. The needle range here, 13 to 15 with the 10 millimeter. If I go down here and I go on the large sides of these, I would need something that is an extra large gauge loom or 15/16 and or 7/8 for a loom, but that loom is actually a 13/16, so it's more like a US 14 size or something. Yeah, so the needle size that this is closer to, like maybe like a 14 in a loom that I can get. So 13/16 is, let's go over here. I think that's what that size is. Nifty Knitter round loom, 41 peg round loom, extra large gauge is 13/16. Sorry. Yeah. And so when I'm looking at this, I want a needle size that's 15, 10 millimeter, and that one falls in the 13/16. So I actually wanted it a little bit bigger, but that one will get me there. It's one of the few extra large gauge that are on my chart that I have the loom for. So yeah. So that's what I went with. Yeah, but if you look at my chart and you look at all the extra large gauges and you find it and then you go look at how many pegs they have, that's the only one to me that's going to work. So yeah. There we go. Let's see. I'm going to see if y'all have any questions. I'm going to flip the camera again. Ta-da. Woo. Uh-oh. Here you go. Hold on. Right in my face. Did you like my ear? Trying to fix this. All right. So if you guys have any quickie questions for me, I'm going to head out of here in a second. Oh, me and green. Yeah. Sorry, I'm late on answering that. Yes, Allison, me and green. Who would guess I would use green? Well, I mean, I shopped for myself and I bought them. If you had noticed before, you probably noticed I pilfered my stash up here. That's what was up here this whole time. So I knew that I was going to be working on it. So now I pulled it down. I have a purple one somewhere. Well, anyway, I wanted to use purple, but I forgot. That's the one that my daughter, she was shopping with me. There was a local yarn shop that went out of business. Thankfully, we still have another one, West 7th Wool. But Jennings Street Yarns went out of business in Fort Worth, and I got this at 50% off. So technically, I paid $12 to get 2 skeins instead of paying $24. Yeah, so that was pretty awesome. But that's how much it cost retail. Oh, thanks for writing that link to the book, Joanne. I appreciate that. And the pattern will make an awesome shawl. Yeah, absolutely, Robin. Now, the opposite side of it is going to be stocking knit. Yeah. And you could make a bigger version. You could make a wider width version. In fact, that would be amazing. If you used it with, we could do a larger version in another yarn and make a shawl and do the same technique. So that would be really fun. Have I tried Plarn on a loom? Yes, I have made a little bag. Yes, Cheryl. And I do have a video on making Plarn. So I have like 3 videos on 3 different ways to make Plarn. That's plastic yarn, if you don't know what that is. Just working with recycling of like those plastic grocery bags, like from Walmart, Target, whatever. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Eli. Or is it Ellie? It's probably Ellie. Thank you. She says, I'm amazing. I love your work. Well, thank you. Oh, Lori says, it's like having, I have 2 left hands. I just can't figure out how it works. Yeah, you're talking about the circular. I do have a video on using circular needles in the round for a hat. And I also show using DPNs. I don't know, Lori, DPNs seem more fiddly if you're working in the round. I was a little like daunted when I first was learning, like looking at DPNs, and I thought, oh, I won't like those. I'd probably prefer a circular if I knit in the round. But in fact, I actually really like working with double pointed needles, working in the round. I mean, if it's not like super round, you know, it just depends on the size of the thing. But yeah, I actually like them better because it feels like working with it, and I don't have to deal with that extra cable and stuff. But it just depends on what I'm working with. So you might like those videos that show working on it. I did this hat, this polka dot knit hat and I showed working with circular and with DPNs. Pretty face. Thank you. How does someone become a test knitter? Mickey, actually, I don't have any like long drawn out process. In fact, it's been more like just kind of the talking back and forth and how fast I see someone working on something, and then like seeing the pictures of their work. The way that I've worked with a few different people is they've kind of chatted with me about things that either I've said that I wanted to do something and they went ahead and just did it, and then sent me pictures privately and been like, look, I started working on it. Or they started working on something and I had already been thinking. I'm like, that's so funny. And I'm like, you and I are on the same long lines. And then we've just kind of worked together, and yeah. And so I'll credit them on the blog and stuff. And I don't have a budget. I really don't have a budget to be paying a bunch of people for test knitting right now. So I don't have any kind of official process. I wish I did. I'm not there. I'm not at that level. There are people who are, I'm not. So, but we'll work together, and I, credit you of course on the blog, and, anyway, but I've done things where well, we can talk aside, and I can get a little bit more into that. But, yeah, so Robin's done a couple of things with me, and then maybe I've polished. She sent me like pictures of what she's done, and then I'm like, hey, maybe we can improve upon it. We'll try this, and so we've tested out ideas together, and then she's like made the final thing. And in fact, Robin's made what's called step outs. She's made portions of the project that you see when I work it on the video, and then Robin, I've got to send that thing to you in the mail. Oh, I keep forgetting. It's like right there. I wish my post office was closer, honestly. Anyway, so I'll send you the final. I've got to send her the final hat that I finished on camera. Anyway, can I comment on the plarn use on the loom? It just depends on your plarn, Cheryl, that you work on. Like if it's really thin, you're going to need to use a small gauge loom. If you've got something really bulky, you're going to use a larger gauge loom. It's kind of like working with, it's like working with yarn. The bulkier that you have, the bulkier loom you want. I mean, you just work it like stitches. Once you get it to where you want, you can, yeah. I can't even talk. Once you get it to the length that you want, you just use it like yarn. What program am I using, Callum? I don't know. I'm not using any program. I'm not sure what we're referring to. Joanne, I think that would work on my large gauge Kiss loom. Dragon loom. Yeah, as a wrap. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's the kimono, too. Do you have the kimono Kiss loom? That would work well for a larger wrapper shawl. I've got you thinking. See? Yeah, you could do the cowl on the dragon. In fact, I have the dragon somewhere. It's here. Do I still... Oh, thank you for reminding me about Embrace Grace. Do I need items from groups like Embrace Grace? In fact, yes, I do. And I need to get, why is my timer going off? Sorry, I have a timer on my watch, going off. I need to start asking for those things. So yes, Embrace Grace is, we're accepting baby blankets and hats, to give to expectant moms. Some who've already had theirs, they're going through a program, where they're like, their moms have found themselves alone, and usually first time moms, and it could be young girls, and it was just a life, and they help train them and equip them, and then they celebrate them at the end, and they have a big baby shower for them and give them a whole bunch of gifts. And I like to give them handmade stuff, and we as a group do that, and I facilitate that. So yes, if you want to send them to Good Knit Kisses. You can side mark or write S/M Embrace Grace or EG. It doesn't matter. And then it goes to P.O. Box 90 in Keller, Texas. That's Keller 76244. And so just let me know that you're sending them, because it does go to my P.O. box and it's a bit of a drive. So I gotta know that I need to pick stuff up. But yeah, their shower, I haven't heard back from her yet, so I'm guessing her shower is in April. But I usually start doing stuff in March, and I need to check my inbox because she may have written me during spring break, which is usually the case. So I don't know how many girls there are this semester, but I do it twice a year. So I do it in the spring and in the fall. So I'm always receiving stuff. So if you ever just want to send it, go ahead and send it. Just let me know that you sent it. And then, so if you're catching this replay later on, yes. So you worked on something, you have nobody to give it to, or you just felt in your heart you wanted to do it. It doesn't matter the color. It doesn't matter the yarn. It's not being taken to a hospital. It's being given to someone who may not feel loved. But we want them to know that they are worthy of love and worth, and they are a treasure, and so is their child. And so that's what we want to do, is bless them with a keepsake for their kiddo. Where can I get the Plarn video? On Good Knit Kisses. So on YouTube, our YouTube channel /Good Knit Kisses, so youtube.com/Good Knit Kisses. If you go into the search bar on my page, on any YouTube channel, if you're on a desktop or laptop, in that search bar on the page, not the one at the top, but down below, if you type in a keyword, this is a little goodie for you, for anybody searching for someone's specific videos. Type in the little keyword that you want, and you'll get all their videos that relate to that. That, to me, that I've been told, I don't YouTube like other people YouTube. Okay, so apparently the normal is not to go to someone's main channel page and look for stuff. But I do. That's where I go. Really, because it's actually the best way to search for someone's specific answer on something. That, or you type in the keyword you want and then write what channel you're wanting. And it's Good Knit Kisses, just all one word. So, but if you're on my channel, you don't have to write Good Knit Kisses. I tried to use the link for my blog. Ugh. Oh, is there a broken link, Kathy? Kathy, let us know what link you're having trouble with, and we will get that resolved. Yeah, Robin. Yeah, if you needle knit, you've seen designers post on Instagram when they need testers and they give instructions how to apply. Yeah, and I just haven't done anything officially. Thank you for the link to the Plarn video. I have no doubt I'll see the hat in the mail someday. Thanks, Robin. You're so patient and kind with me. Oh, thank you. I'm so sorry. I have a blanket I want to send you for what done for me. Just what oh, Allison, thank you. Yes, absolutely. I hope you're doing well. Got it. Thanks, Iskane. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Iskane. Oh my gosh. Like, is that a thing? That is so funny. Like, thanks a lot. Thanks, Iskane. Oh my gosh. Sorry. That just tickled me. Oh my goodness. Anyway. All right. I am so glad you guys joined me today. I think we're going to, call it a day. Y'all are probably laughing at me like Kristen is easily entertained. Oh my gosh. Oh, she's going to start on this week. Okay, good. Allison's doing something on the side for us. For her. Exactly. That's so funny, Cheryl. I love it. Well, I hope you guys enjoy that 10 stitch video, and I hope you liked kind of catching into my designer brain here on what I'm working on, and enjoy me again. Catch me again next week at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, and of course every Friday, and then Sunday, Monday you will see videos from us. We have a tutorial coming out on Friday, and then Sunday and Mondays are technique tutorial days where we come up with little shorter videos for you. And Anyway, we are at Good Knit Kisses, where we stitch our love and love our stitches. I'm Kristen signing off, telling you have a great day and happy knitting and crochet. Bye, everyone.